I had a little old job at AutoZone, but you know how high school jobs are. They don't really pay too much. After you pay for your insurance and your gas, you got just enough to take your girl out on a Saturday night for about 10 minutes and hope she don't want nothing. So right about the time I blew that Dakota up, my papaw had to come down to Houston, down to the heart center, so they could put a heart valve. What I didn't know about this time period is when he come down to get that heart valve, him and my grandmother had split up. They had separated. They'd been fussing and fighting, and you know, he was a run around and whatever they called him back then. That's what he was doing. A little philandering here and there. So I'm sure she got tired of it or something. She wasn't no prize either. My granny was the most manipulative, crazy woman you ever met in your life. She's a little Irish witch that stands about this tall and has the attitude of a 6'5" demon. So who knows what really happened between the two of them. But boy, she was a schemer. She was always scheming on getting her hands on some money. She liked to go down to them boats in Shreveport, go gambling. She wasn't very good at it because she lost all her money doing that. So he's down here in the hospital. He's getting his heart valve placement. Granny's hanging out at the house, and she said, "Your dad says you need a car. I'd be willing to sell you one of your Papaw's El Caminos." And I was like, boy, I was overjoyed. I had no idea Papaw even wanted to sell one of them El Caminos. You know, he was pretty particular about them, you know. So I was like, man, you know what? I'll take one of those El Caminos. Daddy just gave me $500 for that Dodge Dakota because he said he wants to keep it and make a little run around town pickup out of it. And Granny said, well, convenient enough. $500 is exactly what I want for that El Camino. And I was too dumb to know at the time I was getting played, but I was sure getting played. So I told Granny, I said, yeah, we got a deal. I can't wait to buy the El Camino, and I'll come up, and when Papaw comes home, I'll come up to Kilgore, we'll get that thing running and see how it's going to do. I was overjoyed. So a couple nights later, I go up to the hospital to see my papaw, and he's recovering from his heart surgery, and I was just overjoyed to talk to him. I said, "Papaw, you ain't gonna believe this. I'm about to get an El Camino. It's one of your El Caminos." And he said, "What the?" He almost come out of that bed. You know what I mean? That big son 50 sat bolt upright in that bed. He said, "What are you talking about?" I said, "Well, Granny said she'd sell me your old black El Camino for $500. Boy, the string of words, I ain't gonna repeat them here, but he said some stuff, bro. That black-hearted, red-headed heifer, she ain't gonna sell nothing that belongs to him. You understand me? He's mad as hell. That woman don't own that car. It ain't her car to sell. If you want that car, boy, I'll just give it to you." Right? Well, now, all I heard is I'll give it to you. Because now I know I got $500 and a free car to spend it on. Boy, he was hot. He told my daddy where the titles was so we could go get the titles, switch the title over in my name.